glorious morning, and we are just leaving Landelise and heading down the Sambre. Got to our first lock and there is nobody here, so I've had to come up, and there's a guy in the office there on the phone, so hopefully he's got the message that we want to come through. It's the same thing again, they've got to close the road for us to get through. Through our first lock, and as we went through we saw this big abbey in the distance and just thought, oh my gosh, we've got to stop. So we've stopped and we've been walking around, and it is just fantastic. And I've asked permission to be able to paint here today, so I'm going to be painting this here this morning. Tone's just gone back because I've got my pencil. But it's going to be a great day. I'm looking forward to it. Listen to that, isn't that so magical? So cool. I am so privileged to be able to be in a spot like this to paint. It's just fantastic. Well, I've finished. I've been here for about 2 hours. It's been absolutely glorious. The sun is just catching me now, so I'm getting pretty warm, but it's been so lovely, so peaceful, just the most amazing sight. That was absolutely awesome. Just random seeing that ruin in the distance and thought we could get to it. It was so cool and so interesting. So last night we ended up staying in a place called Lopes, and I thought it was going to be really good because it had a few symbols on the map, but there was nothing here. There was no shops, there's nothing apart from a petrol station. And we probably should have stopped in the town before, which is called Thun, I think. That looked a lot more nicer, but you don't know that until you're there, and we'd already gone through the lock. So onwards and upwards for today. I think we're going to a place which I can't even pronounce. I'm not even going to try. I'll tell you later. So we're having a few little issues with these locks coming that we're going through at the moment. We haven't got any phone numbers, and there's nowhere to get off. There's no phone numbers and no signalling at the locks. There's no sensors or anything. So you sort of arrive and there's nobody there, or they don't notice you're there, and you can wait for ages. And then when they finally do come, they're quite annoyed that you haven't rung. Well, we haven't got any numbers, and there's nowhere, no signs saying phone numbers or anything. Bloody hopeless. So we've passed these kids several times, and they always wave and honk. It's been lovely catching them. Bonjour! Here we are in Uguines, I think it's pronounced. Nice port. And we've met an Australian couple in the little boat just here in Tiger. And we're going to get right into town with them and see what we can find. Accident on my bike. I'm not sure what I did, but I went over the handlebars and I've got 5 stitches in my chin and 10 stitches in my knee. The locals were amazing. They raced out and helped us. They called the ambulance. Just so wonderful, and the people at the hospital were absolutely amazing. It was so good. We didn't have to pay anything. It's really, really amazing. Like, it's 12 o'clock at night now, and just got back to the boat, feeling a bit sore and weary. So I'll talk to you tomorrow. He's off to get groceries for us while I'm recovering, and I'm going to do some washing at the Capitanery. It's a nice little port, lots of room, and quite nice facilities. About, was it €12 a night, and then you've got washing machine tokens. I think it costed about €33 all up with washing and power and water. So this morning it's yucky and raining, but we are going to get water, so we've got to go to the other side of the port where the taps are working, and then we're going to decide where we're going to get to. We haven't sort of really decided yet. So we're just saying goodbye to Loretta and Bruce, who are on Tiger. They have been fantastic company for the last 2 days, and were with us when I had my accident. So, but just want to say goodbye to them before we head on our way. We've got to our first lock of the day, which is cruise number 9, Ma Pent, and there's nobody around, so Tone's gone to see what's going on. Once we're in the system, then they're usually pretty good. But this is our first lock back into Belgium, back into France. We just picked up our remote control, which came out of a box in the wall, which they can hand out from their end. And so we just want to say whether we're going up or down, and then for shutting the gates once we're in. So it's very, very simple, which makes it a lot easier for everybody. Changing of the flag, because we are now in France. There we go. So it's another dreary day, but we're making good progress, and the remote controls are working really well. Show another derelict building up there, which is a shame. But, just into Haute-Mont, and there's a big marina here that you can get your boat lifted out, but we're going to keep going today just because we're not going to get out and have a look because it's drizzly and horrible anyway, so might as well keep going. So this is the big marina at Portmont, where you can take your boat out and winterise it in a big shed. So we're just going past really slowly to see what it's like. Visitors just park just here on the outside, yeah, it looks quite nice. It's quite flash and very tidy. So yeah, good to know. So we just pulled over because we saw a diesel pump on the side of the canal with a really good pontoon, but we couldn't get it to give us diesel. It only does petrol, so real shame. We'll carry on. So we have stopped at Sambre at this little spot in here, and Tony has just got on his bike and he is cycling back through to this little town because there's a little bricant just in here that he wants to go and check out, and I'm a bit sore still, so I'm going to stay on the boat and just have a bit of a rest. So we're just going past the marina we were in a couple of days ago. Well, hopefully you can see through the trees. Here they are. See if Bruce and Loretta are still there. Yes, they're still there. Made from squash bottles, but New Zealand's not even on it. Sad. Got here nice and early. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning, and there's still lots of people still setting up, but lots of interesting stuff. So there is heaps of stuff, but it's all just general crap really this time, unfortunately. The bricant was rubbish, but we just walked back into the train station. There's a beautiful plant sale on. It's absolutely stunning. Very nice, but we're actually starving, so let's find something to eat. We've just got back to the boat. We're on the wrong side of the river, obviously, but there's like a big festival. Everybody's getting to try things out in little boats. It's fantastic. We should have stayed here for the night. It would have been nicer. We've still got another K up the track and then across the bridge and then back again. It's an absolutely ripper morning. We got up and got going, and we were a bit early, and the locks weren't even started, or none of the lights were on at the little triangles that you can see down there. They've just turned on, so he's just getting ready for us to go through for our first lock of the day. So we've just realised that there's a beautiful little harbour in here. Really, really lovely. Oh, the school kids might be going on a school trip. Oh, that's so cool. This is really sweet little town. Oh, if we'd known that, we would have kept going the other day. Really nice. And that's the lock we've just been through. Lock number 4. So we stopped for lunch at this lovely little town, Landrecies, I think it's called. A very nice port. You've got to you've got to pay to get in and out with the code here. So we're actually going to carry on moving, so we didn't actually get into the system, and we're going to keep going. But lovely, lovely little port, little toilets and everything. Never know what you're going to find. Great big bale of hay. We wonder what the hell it was. So we just had to return our remote at Ecluse 1, and we're just going to come on down to the next lock and stop just before the next lock, because there's a new port there that's listed in the book that looks very nice. So we'll stop there for the night. So this is the lovely little port of Lagarde. Very nice little port, and it's free. We can't seem to work out the power, but there's water. But very nice, and tiny, tiny little town through there. So we're just walking up to a accident emergency place that the Ecclesia told us of, so I can get my stitches out. It was so helpful, and no problem at all. We'll find the address for you, and rang the doctor first, and they weren't open, so he managed to find the accident emergency for us, and so we're just walking up in the rain. So we haven't been able to find a doctor so far, so we're going to keep on going. Tone just spent the morning fixing the window wiper, which we've never had to use so much before. This year's just so wet, and we're just about to head off. So we're going down a chain of locks. They're all about 300 to 500 metres apart, and it's all automatic. Once you go through the first one, that triggers the next one, that triggers the next one, and carries on. And it's really good. It's quite quick. Going down is very easy compared to going up, I imagine. Yeah, but unfortunately the clouds have opened up and it is raining, so Tone's outside in the rain, and while I'm sitting nice and warm inside. These are the best things. They're palm-baked baguettes, and they're fantastic. We can buy a whole lot and just have them with us on the boat when we can't get to the shops. Boy Scouts obviously going out for camping. Very cool. I love their little uniforms. So cute. We just had to go under that sort of bridge. It was a swing bridge to get into this one. Wow. Mountains are very full. So this is out the back of the pound, out of the lock. While we're going down, there's as much water coming in from the back as there is coming out the front. So we have caught up to the boat ahead of us that left this morning, and they have gone through the lock that we're in now, and this bridge that you see the car going over has got to open, but the cruisiers are off to lunch till 2, so they are stuck. There's nowhere for them to tie up or anything, so we won't activate our lock because it'll set them, there'll be just too much, not enough room enough for us both down in there, so it's just a matter of waiting. Ah, such a shame. Once again, just as we're mooring, it starts pouring down with rain. Poor Tone, he's getting soaked again. This morning we've let the other boats go ahead, and Tone's, while I'm editing, he's going to do some exploring, so he's taken the panel off in the kitchen. And we've got all this space in behind. So he's thinking about putting a cupboard in there. I just had to stop the video because this is just the most prettiest little lock. So gorgeous. There's our old gentleman who's obviously his pride and joy. It's lovely. They had closed the canals for quite a while. I think it's in 2021 to replace these sections. They were deteriorated so badly, so brand new bridges or aqueducts. But just bear in mind, we just come out to block 22. There are these nasty little shelves, concrete shelves that are just under the water. Well, you can see that. That is like just on the water's edge as you're coming out of there's another one just in here, and like lethal edged concrete just as you're coming out, but just to be aware of. But very nice that they're all nicely done, all new. We're just waiting for, there's a big barge with a digger coming up, so we're just waiting for him. It's amazing what a bit of sunshine does. It makes you feel so much better. We're just coming up to our last swing bridge and lock for the day. We're going to stop at a tiny little town, but it does have a supermarket because we're out of food. And we've been scrounging around. We managed to find a tin of spaghetti bolognese at the back of the cupboard. So looking forward to getting some good food in the boat tonight. So we just stopped at this town here. It's a very industrial town. I don't know how you pronounce that. And it is the fourth biggest sugar producer from beetroot. So there's lots of trucks going through, but it had a supermarket, which is what we needed. So we're just about to head off again, get carrying on and try and find ourselves a spot for the night. We finished this week at Ribemont, a tiny little place. There's nothing here, but a beautiful little quiet spot. Nice sort of bay inn to stay in, and had a very cruisy afternoon watching our friend's son at the World Champs touch rugby in England, and they won their game against Tonga, which was lovely to watch. And so had a very good week, and pick up our friends next week. Once again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.